Going tonight?
Hell yeah, man. Also, we got Jed in tonight. What's going on, man?
Hey, man, what's going on?
Not much, dude. What are you giggling about? What you doing behind the scenes there, sir?
I
got a text.
put it on my channel, and then so.
And you put it on your channel, and then okay.
Yeah, and
right.
then
I hope you're not having a Nick Rekieta moment right now.
No.
Did you see that, by the way?
No. What happened?
Oh, dear Jesus! I love my band, Nick. Believe me, I love you, Nick. But man, you got to watch it, bro. You got to watch it. Look, I'll talk to you about it off air. But he Gundam and Jeffrey from the Quartering were talking about it today. They were breaking it down, and he was pretty plastered this week.
He's been plastered a lot.
Yeah, I worry about him. I hope you're doing okay, Nick. We love you, man. But anyway, it's Memorial Day weekend coming up, guys. Most of us have a 3-day weekend. Of course, I'm actually going to have, because I only work 3 days a week. I do 40 hours in 3 days. My days working are Tuesday. Mm-hmm. I work all day on Tuesday during the day, and then on like tomorrow and Friday, I work 5 p.m. to 8 a.m. in the morning. Okay, so I'm there all night and everything. But next week I get Tuesday off for my Memorial Day holiday. So I'm actually, when I'm done Saturday morning at 8 a.m., I don't go back there till Thursday at 5 p.m. the next week. So I'm going to have a long one, just like Knox going to have. But it's Memorial Day weekend. And let's start with the pop culture update like we always do. All right, look, if you're going to be hammering that friggin' keyboard,
I didn't hammer it.
Mute yourself,
you
sir.
are. You absolutely
are. We can hear it. Okay, so mute it if you're going to be hammering, dude. Okay.
Only one person can be hammered here at a time.
Right, only one person can be hammered at a time, Devin.
And that's usually Joe.
Yeah, it's usually me. But tonight we'll give Knock his due. I've got an Irish coffee working, but I'm not going to be getting up to get more or anything. Okay, so this weekend's box office, we had If open up, and this is getting some reviews. A lot of people. I was hyped for this when I saw the previews for it. I'm a big Ryan Reynolds fan, but they say that it's really only kids are going to enjoy this movie. I don't know. I've been hearing questionable things about it from the guys in our circle that I trust when it comes to movie reviews. It did 33 million, which tends to be the norm these days. If it's a middle of the road movie, it looks like, guys. I mean, Kingdom did well in its second weekend. It lost 56%, but it had a strong opening for today's numbers. It had over 50 million, but 33. People just aren't going. You've got to have something huge going on for people to go out to the theater.
Yeah, like Deadpool, Wolverine.
Oh yeah, and I hear the advance tickets went on sale this week, and I hear they're flying.
They're gone
out like crazy.
They're gone.
They say this may be the strongest pre-order sales ever for a movie.
Yeah, because you got Hugh Jackman and our other boy in there. So
Ryan Reynolds, man.
You're going to sell tickets, my friend.
He was born to play that part, so
Yeah, Hugh Jackman and him both were born to play Deadpool and Wolverine.
Well, this, I mean, it's been a running joke through the Deadpool movies. He's always messing with Wolverine, right? And it's almost like he has a gay love relationship with him. It's like Wolverine's his boy band that he's in love with, right? And this whole series been going towards that. So, here's the question I have for you guys before we get started. Is that movie going to make $1 billion?
Yes.
I mean, I think so. I think it has the popularity to do so. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that I don't know about is the R rating, but that hasn't stopped a couple of movies.
Is it?
I think that's going to make it even more interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be R rated. What are you crazy? It's a Deadpool movie.
All the Deadpools have.
Yeah, okay. All the Deadpool movies are R-rated.
I think Ryan Reynolds would have quit.
Okay, so I will watch it if it's like R.
It's going to be R-rated. Trust me.
It is
R-rated. By the way, I forgot to check in on the chat before we got started, and you know who number one in was early. Matter of fact, he was in so early he had to leave right when the credits started rolling.
There are some who call me Tim.
Yeah, he was in first, but he had to run off right when the credits started rolling. Hopefully he's back and saw his video. And Awesome One's in. The memories he's talking about. If we see if it does well, if we only knew if it was.
The fuck are you on, bro?
$1 million mini me. But anyway, I don't think the R rating's going to hold it back.
No.
The original Deadpool was the highest grossing R-rated movie of all time, and I believe it. I don't know if it broke a billion, but I do know the Joker did, and it was R-rated. So, and I think this year, Deadpool and Wolverine and the Joker Part 2 are the only two that really have a shot, I think. And it takes an event like that to get people to the theaters now, it looks like, Good to see you, son of Jev. Good to see you. Lurking while working. Well, we'll keep it going for you. And he says I'm back. Play it. You can make me play it again. I just played it for you, goon.
Yeah,
Here.
There's a VOD. There's a VOD.
There are some who call me Tim.
Yeah, an Awesome One has a good point. Kids cuss more than adults these days. Yeah, no doubt.
And then the son of Jeff, that's my buddy PJ that I hang out on with Twitch and stuff.
Very cool. Good to see you, man. But anyway, all these numbers continue to show me is you're going to have something big come out to get people out there in droves. I don't think we're going to see another Barbenheimer thing happen.
No.
I don't think this weekend's releases are going to create anything like that. So, as a matter of fact, I have an idea about that, and I'll let you guys know about it when we get to it. But about the Memorial Day releases. Number 3 was a horror movie called Strangers, Chapter 1. And from what I understand, it's a stupid movie, but 11 million's worth they made on that horror movie. Fall Guy dropped out of the double digits. And I really hate this for this movie because I enjoyed it, man.
I'm
movie
trying
right
to
there. I hate.
I'm trying to see a way to.
And this is why I'm saying you have to have an event to get people out there, because this was a good movie and it's had good word of mouth and people just aren't going to see it. Listen, someone says Boringheimer. Yeah, I hear you, brother. I thought I was number 69. Just rewind.
Wow. Just rewind it.
But anyway, Challengers is still making its little bit of money. I think the only reason why that movie's making any money is the Zendaya fans trying to go catch a nipple slip or something. I don't know. But anyway, that's the numbers. If didn't do as well as they thought it would opening weekend, so that's what they got there. In other news, boys and girls, Pixar is the latest to see the Hollywood contraction. Pixar hit with layoffs as 175 staffers are cut. Looks like that equals 14% of their workforce. So, Pixar is the latest. And the shame of it is Pixar is really they haven't been part of the woke mob, but they've,
they have done some stinkers that have been kind of woke.
I'm kind of worried about if you've seen the previews for that new one they're coming out with. That looks kind of crazy.
Well, they're owned by Disney again, so
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
They fucked off for a bit and then came back, so
Right.
No, they did amazing, and then
Disney got a hold of them, and the same thing happens to everything Disney touches. It turned to shit.
It turns to shit.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
always.
it's a damn shame, man.
Star
Pixar's made
Wars,
some great
Marvel.
stuff, though. Pixar has made some great stuff, dude. But anyway, yeah, that's a shame to see. I don't want to see anybody lose their jobs, but we saw this coming, man. And they've done it to themselves. They've conditioned everybody that you don't have to go to the theater. You don't have to go see these things and spend money on them. You can just pay your subscription and see it 45 days later. So it's a damn shame, man. Me personally, I'd like to see the second run movies theaters come back, where you.
I would love for them to come back.
Yeah, go see something in the theater. I think the last time I went to a second run theater, it was when Dawn of Justice was out, and I took Dallas, my best buddy in the whole world, Knock knows him. Took him to go see Dawn of Justice, and I warned him beforehand. I said, "Dude, this really doesn't, it's not comic book accurate. You may not like it." And he walked out of there. He loved it because he's a big fan of the Death of Superman story. And when he saw that coffin with the black, the silver logo on it, the black coffin and everything, he was like, "Oh man," he was all hyped for the, return to Superman in the black outfit and everything. So, but anyway, you're going to need something really huge to get things going, man.
Yeah. Well, like Wolverine, Deadpool.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's going to take something like that.
Well, see, and here's the thing: Disney hasn't got it through their thick fucking heads yet. Put stuff out like Deadpool, Wolverine. We'll go pay you money. We will go see this.
Well, they're already, they've canceled a lot of their plans. We've been covering that. So they're falling back. They're regrouping. They've actually admitted that they've made mistakes, and
but they've said this numerous times before, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
They've said it numerous times before.
Well, okay. No, they haven't.
Yes, they have
admitted that they're screwing up. This is the first time they've admitted they're screwing up.
Like I say to everybody, show me like, what do they call that? My grandmother used to say this. My grandfather. Show me some the action thing that, words better than actions or some shit.
Show me the money. That's a movie.
No, that's fucking.
How you doing, John? I thought you had class, man.
Yeah, I did. I just got out of it.
Oh, okay.
John ran right over.
I thought you were
class. Wow, hey John, man, you're a rebel.
You're
a rebel without a cause.
Yeah, John's becoming a rebel now.
It's an online class, so all it was me closing the Google Meet and then opening this window.
And opening this one, and boom, you're there. Multitasking. What a deal.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. Dude, this guy, the hits keep coming for this guy, and it couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Diddy has fresh claims against him. He's got a fresh lawsuit as ex-model Crystal McKinney accuses him of drugging and sexually assaulting after Cassie video. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, the Cassie video, I'm not going to show it, guys. You can look it up. It's everywhere, but it just shows everybody exactly what this guy's about. He doesn't care about women. He treats them like shit. And it's him in a towel, no less, not even getting dressed, running down the hall, beating the shit out of his girlfriend at the time.
He's showing his little ditty off.
Right. Showing his little ditty off. And, it couldn't happen
to the Bill Cosby school of dealing with women.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Bill...
Well, he was a little more subtle. Bill was a little more subtle.
Bill was subtle about it.
Bill was subtle about it.
Not quite that. Not quite that level.
Matter of fact, if Bill did things right, they might have thought they were dreaming. You know what I'm saying? This guy is physically assaulting people. It's, with malice, in intent, and it's pretty bad, man. This guy, I just hope that this will show people. You can't just run around offering people things, because the previous article that I was pointing out about the new lawsuit, he had promised her all this stuff. She was a model, promising her contracts and all this stuff just to get her in bed. So it's just, that's the shittiest way to use your fame and fortune, if you ask me. It's just, it's just silly, man. Makes no sense. Okay, on the next front, we have confirmed iconic show Yellowstone has been cut. Series permanently canceled. Now, if you remember a few months back, they said that Matthew McConaughey was going to be taking up the reins of this franchise in the future. But now apparently that's changed. According to this, Kevin Costner just dropped a bombshell on the future of Yellowstone franchise and his involvement in the show. We knew he was gone, but the show was going to continue. But apparently, it's getting the axe. And now I've never watched this show. It's part of the Taylor Sheridan awesomeness tree that we've all heard about. You can see a lot of this stuff on Paramount Plus. It's Yellowstone. It's Mayor of Kingstown. I think
Jed,
that only have. Say again.
Jed, the typing.
Yeah, the typing. Jed, please.
Yeah.
Taylor Sheridan's been knocking everything out of the park, and
it's just it's sad.
Yeah, it is sad. I've never watched the show. Jed, have you watched it? Jed, have you watched it?
I was gonna start it, but there's no reason to now. So
well, why not? I mean, if it's good,
I mean,
I'm watching Game of Thrones for the first time right now.
Well, how many seasons was it? Because I mean,
it's
for me,
5 seasons.
Yeah,
5 seasons.
Okay, I think 5 for me. 5 seasons is the minimum. Like for me to really get into a show, I think 5 seasons worth it. If it's a good show, 5 seasons worth the investment.
Yeah. See, I'm watching Game of Thrones for the first time right now. And wow, that Red Wedding episode, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Wow, that was crazy. What's funny is I cover this stuff and I knew it was coming. Well, I do not change my stance, Knock. This doesn't touch Lord of the Rings for me. It's a good story, but I definitely don't need all the tits and ass that this show's got. And I'm a dirty old man, and it's got it over the top, man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's a great story though. Woof. Good gosh. We just watched the first episode of season 4 last night. And little girl looks like she's going to be the wrath of the fucking Stark family, man. She's killing everything in sight. She's a teenager, man. That's crazy. Okay, one at a time. What now? Go ahead, John. What?
I said you haven't made it to the Battle of the Bastards yet.
Yeah, no. You haven't made it to that shit.
That's way late. So.
Okay, gotcha.
That's like season 6, I think.
Okay, Jed, what were you saying?
You haven't got to like John said. You haven't seen some of the better stuff yet.
Okay. Yeah. Well, dude, if any of it's better than that fucking Red Wedding episode, Jesus Christ! Wow, that was good shit. What's funny is I knew it was coming. Right? I just didn't know which wedding it was. I'd heard about the Red Wedding plenty of times, but I had no idea it was going to be Stark's wedding, man, you know. But my wife was she couldn't believe it. It's like, oh my God, what the hell? This is supposed to be
it's that wedding is just when people didn't expect it.
My wife is definitely in the camp with you, Knock. She's in the binge camp. She loves binging stuff.
Yeah, and I love doing that too.
Believe it or not, it's fairly tame compared to the book.
Yeah, the book's worse. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Way worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, those books that'll never be finished. Yeah.
The books he'll never ever do because
I will never read those books. I will never read them.
Yeah. You know, if he's not going to finish them, why even bother with it? That's something you don't bother with, right? Yeah.
No, don't bother going in the books because you'll get to the end or like the cliffhanger and you're like, he's never going to finish the books. Gary's been talking about for how many years, Joe, on his show?
Oh yeah. He has nothing but malice for George R.R. Martin.
Yeah, he hates the dude.
I mean, no, don't get me wrong. Gary likes him. He likes the story, but he does not like the fact that this guy won't get off his ass and finish the story.
My theory is he's already finished it, and he's waiting. It's going to be published
on his
after
death.
He dies.
Yeah, I did I had the same idea.
That makes no damn sense. How's he going to make a nickel off of that? After
you know what it is. You know what he won't have to hear from the fans that hate the ending.
Yeah,
Right.
He's like, I'd rather be dead than hear your opinion.
Because the fans are gonna rip him apart.
He doesn't need the money. That's the thing. He's
set for life.
Yeah.
He can buy a whole huge steam locomotive train.
He's like J.K. Rowling. He doesn't have to care. You know what?
Right.
Oh, you don't like my political view? Oh, fuck you. I'm a gajillionaire.
I'm a gojillionaire. Kiss my ass, right? Yeah. I can do whatever I want. Okay, well, it's a shame. I do plan on visiting Yellowstone eventually because I am a Costner fan, and he's already into his next thing. I don't know if it's been released yet, but does anybody know what the name of that is? Let me IMDb it real quick and see. You know what I'm talking about, don't you guys? He's got another project he's working on.
But I heard.
Oh yeah. It's supposed to be. It's either come out already or it's fixing to. I'm not sure.
It's just a shame that because Matt, remember when we used to do the cocktail lounge? Matt would rave about Yellowstone every single week.
Let's see, Costner.
I did watch 1923, the prequel, just because I'm a big Helen Mirren fan, so I wanted to check that out. And I
love it, man. I typed in was Costner. I got to show you guys this. Look what is written, and I'm gonna have to blow it up. Hang on. Where's my stuff? Here we go. Look what movie it says next to his name. The one everybody thinks sucks.
The Postman.
The Postman. That's right. God damn it.
Wow.
That is so great.
I like the Postman.
Actually, Postman was kind of good.
Yeah,
I didn't mind the Postman.
Oh, I love the Postman, dude.
Yeah.
The Postman is one of my favorite movies ever.
Yeah.
But let's see, what is his latest project? His latest one, Horizon, an American Saga, Chapter 1. I think this is going to be a movie. Yeah, Chapter 1, June 28th. Chapter 2, August 16th. He's been working on this a while. Yeah. Only in theaters. So, and I'll be going, boys and girls. Let me tell you.
We can forget he even played Jonathan Kent because that was stupid how he went. So,
well, you brought that up, not me.
Dude, that pissed me off.
Costner's pretty good at westerns, man.
They wasted Costner in that movie so bad.
Well, yeah, that was the one stupid thing I didn't like. Now, I'm one of the few people that liked Man of Steel. Yeah. I really didn't mind him killing Zod. I really didn't mind him doing that. But I know Superman doesn't kill people and everything.
But here's the thing. He would never stand there and let his dad
No, he wouldn't stand there and let his dad die.
No. He would go and save him. He's like, no, Clark, come on, let me die. And Clark be now, hell no.
Yeah, that was
zoom right in. No, fuck
that was
bullshit.
Yeah, come on.
Come on,
guys.
Man.
Come on, guys. We know better than that. Okay. So next story. This one's kind of close to my heart. Now, as John can tell you, most Star Trek fans, and the reason why I say John can tell you because he's been on Pop Culture Minefield forever, and they are huge Star Trek fans over there, and they've pretty much given up on that shit because of Kurtzman Trek. But I now have a reason to watch Starfleet Academy because they're gonna put Holly Hunter in it in some way, shape, or form. As old as she is now, she's probably running the academy or something. You know what I mean? But I am a fan of this chick, so this gives me a reason to watch it. Now, I've already given up on Discovery. I gave up on that the third season. I hear the fifth season's better, but I mean the rest of it's all crap. Stop it. Be nice, Ariel. Be nice.
Well, we know she's feeling better.
The only thing I've seen out of Kurtzman Trek that I really, really enjoyed from beginning to end was Picard season 3, but that was a one-off. It didn't improve their standing at all. You know what I mean? But it was good.
We had good Star Trek for a bit, and then back to the old bitter.
Well, that's because Kurtzman had nothing to do with it. That's why it was good.
That's why it was good. That's exactly it. That's why it was good.
He didn't touch it.
But this Starfleet Academy, because Holly Hunter's in it, I will give it a chance. I mean, I gave Strange New Worlds a chance, and I gave up on that when they were about to do that music. I can't bring myself to watch their musical episode. I really can't. That and plus the fact that they had a love affair between Kirk and a descendant of Khan. No, it doesn't work for me. I'm sorry, it don't work. Not when you see Kirk later on talk about Khan.
I know, and I'm like, oh, just
it's just bad. But Holly Hunter being in this, okay. I will check it out. I will give it a chance because I'm a huge fan. I don't know if you know this girl or not, guys, but she's made some good movies. Broadcast News is one of them. The Piano was the one I don't know if she won the Academy Award. She was definitely nominated for it. But that was, I think isn't that a World War II story? I think. Not quite sure.
No, Piano is like 19th century.
Is it 19th century?
Yeah,
okay. But I think she was nominated for Academy Award for that one.
Terry Matalas, the guy that ran Picard season 3, is going to be the showrunner for the Vision show for Marvel.
Oh, I'm watching it then.
There you go.
I'm willing to give it a
like
chance.
I said, we were talking about. We're about to get into that here in a second. But that's a good enough reason to get into it. But before we get off of this, though, I just want to highlight Holly Hunter because I love the chick. She was. If you've never seen Broadcast News, it's one of the funniest movies you'll ever watch. Add that to your knock list there, Knock. It is fantastic. Albert Brooks, back when he was young, and all these guys were young. I think William Hurt's gone now, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, they had to replace him as Thunderbolt Ross with Harrison Ford, a guy older than him. But, man, you want to talk about a funny movie. That one. I
think Albert Brooks is gone, too.
Yeah. If you've never seen the Coen Brothers movie with her in it, Raising Arizona, oh my God, it's one of the funniest movies you'll ever see with Nicolas Cage.
Parts of that was filmed out here too.
Right. And then one of the smaller movies a lot of people don't know, but it's Steven Spielberg's love story.
Yep.
It's kind of like Ghost, if you've ever seen that movie. Only in this case, the person that's passed away becomes inspiration for someone, and it's called Always. If you've never seen that movie, she is the girl in it, and Richard Dreyfuss is the love interest that passes away and has to help her live a life again by being an inspiration. And it's fantastic. It's called Always. You need to check that out sometime, man.
Always is actually good.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And what's really cool about it is it tells the story of firefighters, but not regular firefighters, the guys that fly those old World War II planes that drop water on forest fires. That's John Goodman's in it at the height of his powers when he wasn't, half a man, half the man he wasn't, again, he looks like he does in the Coen Brothers movies he was in,
Bye, PJ.
And man, dude, you talk about some good stuff.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Let's see. We got Martin in the chat. He's here. Holly Hunter warms my heart. She's impervious to the passage of time. Yeah, she is aging gracefully. And take notes there, Hollywood. She hasn't had any surgeries. Okay, that's what she looks like. She's not afraid of her age. So,
one of the few women in Hollywood that's not afraid of her age.
And Vin Zinger's here. What's going on, man? Good to see you. But anyway, guys, if you check out Holly Hunter's filmography, most younger people probably only know her from her TNT series, Saving Grace, where she was an alcoholic, private investigator, I think, on that show. I didn't really watch it too much, but, she was a wild child on that show. But yeah, big fan of Holly Hunter. So I will be watching Starfleet Academy when it starts, just to check her out. Okay, so since we mentioned it already, let's talk about Marvel's Vision series, greenlit at Disney Plus, with Paul Bettany to reprise the role. Now, pre-show, we were talking about it, and Jed said, he hated what was going on. They must have really talked him into coming back. And from what John was saying, the guy that was behind, what's his name? The guy. Yeah, he's the guy behind Picard season 3, as we detailed. The only good thing that Paramount Plus has put on, calling itself Star Trek. So yeah, I'm hyped, man. Hearing that now, I'm really hyped to see this.
Yeah,
that ought to be cool, man.
If what they did with Anne was part of fifth what's the monkey show?
That was easy for you to say, bro. Try it again.
Yeah, that show and did this pretty good shit right there. So they will probably do some of the better comic book stuff in here, hopefully. So yeah,
we'll see. Probably used up all his money in Blow. He doesn't need Blow, man. Have you seen who he's married to?
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's one of the luckiest dudes on the planet. Yeah. That girl is married. He's married to is Jennifer Connelly. Oh my God! And you want to talk about once again aging gracefully?
Yeah,
hasn't had any work done. She looks like Jennifer Connelly. She got a few wrinkles. She got some crow's feet, but she's gorgeous. If you haven't, well, I'm sure everybody's seen Top Gun, and she was the love interest in that one. She looks great. I think she looks dynamite. That is one lucky dude right there.
Yeah.
But I look, a lot of people, and I've never rated the Avengers movies or anything like that, but a lot of people call Age of Ultron the worst Avengers movie,
Yes.
But I'm a fan of it. I dig it because it introduces the Vision. When I was reading the Avengers, I was always a Spider-Man guy, and he wasn't a team dude.
Yeah.
The only team I read as a kid was Fantastic Four, and they didn't really involve themselves with the rest of the MCU too much in their comic book either.
Well, it was Spidey and
and that. And when I did dip my toes into, who is that, John?
Hey, looky, who's that?
Who is that?
Allie's granddaughter. This is Autumn.
Aww.
Autumn, how are you doing? It's good to see you.
It's
good to see you.
I'm doing good.
You're doing good? Well, we're gonna wave at you. What's up? How you doing? But when I read the Avengers, it was him, the Scarlet Witch. God, I'm trying to remember who else was in that team. It was Hawkeye.
You mean West Coast Avengers?
Yeah, it was West Coast Avengers, man.
West Coast
I think
Avengers.
Wonder Man was in there. Wasn't Wonder Man in that bunch?
Yeah.
That's the stuff I read. And
okay, so whenever I tell somebody to go read some Avengers stuff, I say, if you're interested in that stuff and X-Men and other stuff, go read West Coast Avengers. It's one of my favorite books.
Yeah, I mean, the original Avengers is good too. I mean, but I just wasn't into it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I would rather have read Captain America by himself, Thor by himself. Vision to me didn't really warrant his own comic book, but he was great in that story. Him and Scarlet Witch, really cool. And I tell you, man, that scene in Age of Ultron where everything's going to shit, and they're about to blow up the whole pad and everything, right? The chunk of the city's coming down, and he flies into that train and grabs Scarlet Witch. I told my wife, I said, they put that in there just for the comic book fans right there. You know what I mean? Because that was really the start of their relationship, right? And
it was.
It was pretty cool. I dug it. I mean, it wasn't comic book accurate. We know that. I mean,
hell no, it wasn't.
Ant-Man is the one that did all this shit. But but hey, I dug it for what it was, man. And people can rag on Age of Ultron all they want, man. I dig it because of the Scarlet Witch and him. My two favorite parts of that movie are the parts with the Vision in it when he was born and everything. And the other part that I love is when Hawkeye is explaining things to her in the building, saying, look, if you walk out that door, you are an Avenger.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And she comes out just wasting shit.
She's awesome, like...
That's why I hated that Doctor Strange movie so bad. They made her just, it was horrible.
They turned her evil.
Yeah.
Well, she did go evil at one point.
She does in the comic books too.
Yeah.
I know. Hey, what's up, Rookie? Good to see you.
Hey, Wookie, what's up, brother?
For me, I enjoyed James Spader. I like James Spader.
Yeah, he's fantastic as Ultron. I thought, man. Yeah, I dug the whole thing.
An awesome bad guy.
Yeah,
he's always been an awesome bad guy.
If I had to rate the Avengers movies, I would say the first one is the best.
Yeah. The thing is,
just because of it broke ground and had never been done. They gave you the blueprint, guys. Do an individual story for each character and then put them together in a movie.
Yeah, they gave
it was fantastic.
I'm not gonna give it too much props for being the first.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying as far as like its impact, but Endgame is the best.
I put Infinity War ahead of Endgame. I'd put Endgame third.
I put Endgame, but
Infinity War is the Empire Strikes Back of the MCU. It really is. It gave it weight. It gave it, people died. They were gone. They were history,
Yeah, and you had to deal with all that.
Yeah.
My favorite movie in any comic book movie happens in Endgame, so.
Yeah. Expand.
That's Cap wielding Mjolnir.
Yeah. That was kick-ass. Man, I tell you what, whoever tried to spoil that on the internet was just an evil bastard that just was being the ultimate troll. Let's see. Arrow says, "Excuse me, I think the Godzilla Showa movies had been done first."
You can tell she's feeling better now.
Yeah, she's trolling.
The thing with the Ultron, we don't have to be done with him because that's the thing about Ultron. He can come back.
Oh yeah.
No, he can come back.
He's not like Thanos, who's gone.
He's in the internet.
Well, Thanos did come back.
And all he has to do is he's like Sauron. All he has to do is put his body back together and he's back,
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, but Thanos did come back, but Thanos became a good guy. After Infinity War, after Infinity Gauntlet, he went and,
Tim says that was him.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. Yeah. It was horrible, man. I almost watched it by accident. I saw part of, Cap sitting there and everything. And when I clicked on a link and I was like, oh shit, let me turn this off. And then I found out what it was later after I saw the movie. I was like, oh my God. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this Vision show. Yeah. I think it's going to be awesome. Yeah. Also on the MCU front, John, your Titan's girlfriend is in talks with the MCU.
Please do not make her Dazzler. I don't
want to see that. That's the only part she can actually play.
No, I don't know. She cannot. Dude, they had
There's no one else she's qualified to play.
They had Kylie Minogue that was going to be the most perfect, awesome. She even did a music video showing how well she'd be Dazzler, and she killed it and knocked it out of the park. And Marvel still didn't do it. It's Marvel, you stupid idiots.
Yeah, I hear you. How much can you actually trust Jarvis? And she says she has a question for us. Is Jarvis actually Ultron?
Ultron is part Jarvis.
He's part Jarvis. Yeah.
Did you see what Martin just said?
What did he say? Let's see. They are doomed when their last resort is Taylor Swift. Yeah, yes. No doubt. Release the Tay Dazzler cut.
No shit. Right, bro.
Well, actually, guys, hang on. We're going to have to test. This will be a test of this site's credibility. This is from Screen Time. Marvel Studios are reportedly developing a Blonde Phantom Disney Plus series. Taylor Swift is being considered to lead, set in the 1950s Las Vegas, and crime-fighting spy series. I don't know about that. I don't know if Taylor. Here's my thing with her doing her music and fixing it. She just released a CD, and she's going to be touring. I can't see her doing a series.
How is she going to have time to? Because
I don't see her doing a series.
Whenever Disney pulls you in, they expect a hard ass commitment.
I could see maybe, but what was funny is the first comment on it, man. Here's a sneak peek. Hang on a second.
He said her mentor can be Celine Dion.
You guys got to check this out. Hang on. This is pretty damn funny. I don't know what this is from, but they put Tay-Tay's face on it. Hang on. I may have to reshare this for sound. Hang on. Yeah, Let me do that real quick. This is the first comment underneath there. This is a preview of what we're going to see.
She'll be Dazzler in Secret Wars.
Hang on. Check this out. This was the first comment.
He saw something terrible. He did. And they knew he was going to tell.
Tell what? What did he see?
It's dangerous. I think that
Somebody please do that. Hey, I need a clip of that. Can somebody? I want to put that in my clips. That's going in my clips now for YouTube.
I was cracking up when I saw that. Man.
I need that. Can somebody please send me that? Joe, can you grab that for me?
Yes, I will. I will get this tweet and
that's
get it
going
to you.
for my YouTube clips now.
Let me put it in the friggin' private chat. But I just don't think she's going to have time to do a series. Now, I could see her appearing as Dazzler in like, there's been a rumor that she's going to appear in Deadpool versus Wolverine as Dazzler. So,
but whenever life chills out for me, so
yeah, let's see. Look what I sent you. I can't, dude. I can't. I'm in the middle of the show.
Yeah.
Tim likes to send me stuff in the middle of the show, and I just can't do that, man.
Yeah.
I don't have a producer. Okay, that was funny. She said,
yeah.
What, she flattened like a
yeah.
Oh man, that was good. But anyway, I got a kick out of that one. But I don't have a problem with her getting in there. I just don't think she's going to be on a series. I think that's a reach. She's got way too much going on. How you doing, Kay? Good to see you.
There's my other half right there.
And I see that Darth Bach has made it. It's good to see you.
Yeah. And like I said, Roadhouse will come back when life chills out. Because now I have to move at some point again. So.
But now it's time to get into Knox's favorite part of the show. You guys know what it is.
Star Wars?
How do you want me to handle the Sydney issue?
The Sydney issue?
Well, we should have a consensus on how the White House is going to handle it.
Well, I certainly hope the issue refers in some way to a problem that we're having with Australia. Because if it's anything other than that,
President, Ms. Sweeney,
have her come in, please. I am finished here.
Yes, sir.
There is no Sydney issue.
It's time for the Sweeney spot, boys and girls. Echo? Oh,
I
forgot
there was an echo, bro. Yeah.
Oh man. Oh well.
Okay.
I don't know what to tell you.
Double the Sweeney. It's okay.
Yeah,
double
you got double though. Yeah.
Double the Sweeney. There you go.
You'll all survive. It's okay.
You'll just chill the fuck out. You know it,
When is she going topless? She already has, bro.
Are you kidding me?
I think.
Are you kidding me, Tim?
I don't even think Euphoria was the first time.
No, you got Euphoria and you got the Voyeurs. The Voyeurs. Okay, there you go.
Okay.
That's all you need to know, Tim. Yeah. That's all you need to know.
Yep, there you go. Jed kind of sounds like Michael J. Fox when he talks normally. Not too excited. Look, guys. When I first met Jed, I thought it's a Gundam.
Yeah, he actually
thought
I was Gundam.
That's what I thought he was.
Yeah, and I was just
sounds a lot like him.
Yeah.
Oh man. But anyway, the first thing we've got under that tonight is Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell believe they are the new version of famed Hollywood duo. Basically, if you read this, it details the fact that their rom-com, Anyone But You, was the most successful comedy of the last decade, which is kind of shocking. Well, actually, it's not shocking because we all know the politically correct movement has killed comedy.
Yeah, basically. It was a good.
And it was a good movie. It was a good movie.
No, it was a stereotypical rom-com. It was good.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't set any new ground, but hey, it had two people. I can tell you this: two people I like. I like Glenn Powell. I thought he was awesome as the new Iceman, if you will, in Top Gun Maverick. I thought he had a bright future when I saw that movie. You know what I mean? They called him Hangman in the movie, but it was obvious he was the new Iceman, right? Yeah. He's got a movie coming out that I know Jed's hyped about, Twisters. I'm
gonna watch that.
Twister, yeah. Hey man,
he's in it, and I was like, whoa, he's in it. He plays the stereotypical Chad on the alpha. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna go watch this now.
That's
we already
it.
talked about that, Wookie. We already talked about
Yeah,
that.
we already hit that last week, buddy.
Yeah,
You're gonna have to
dude,
keep
I
up.
want her to go in Barbarella.
We now have a Sydney Sweeney spot every week.
Yo, we know. We know.
You're not gonna shock us with Sweeney. Okay?
That's right. You're not gonna get us with Sweeney news. This is the Sweeney News Central right here,
this
bro.
is Sweeney News Network every Wednesday.
But they're talking about this is a quote from Powell. He says, Sydney and I want to get back in the trenches together. It's like Julia Roberts and George Clooney, Matthew McConaughey and Kate Hudson. These people that work together
Tom
over and
Hanks
over and over again. And hey,
Tom Hanks and
smart move.
Yeah.
What's that? Say again.
Tom Hanks and a beach ball.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks and the beach ball. I was thinking more Meg Ryan, but
Meg Ryan.
Meg Ryan, Wilson, the volleyball, same thing.
Well, he did kiss the volleyball, so
But yeah, I think that's a smart move for both of them. If they if they make another rom-com in the next year, it's going to make more than that one did.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They're both riding a very good wave right now. Both of them are, especially if Twister's as well. This summer. What is it now? Let's see. Oh my God, what are they into? Oh. Calm down, guys. We all know all have alters to her. Yeah, so of course we do.
We're not denying it. What are you on about?
Yeah, Tom Hanks and AIDS.
Oh, good Lord. They should have put Sydney Sweeney in Twisters and called it Titty Twist. You go, E-Clay.
Oh, I would go watch that. Yeah.
These two should be in a remake of Romancing the Stone. Yes. Now that would be awesome.
I approve of that. And you know me and Joe don't approve of shit, but we're like,
Darth Bacca, you are officially affiliated with the Mojo Dojo Casa House production company.
Yeah, you are good.
That is an awesome call right there.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't seen Romancing the Stone, it's one of my favorite fucking movies. I'm a big Michael Douglas fan, and oh my God, what a great fucking movie that is.
But that photo right there. That photo. That
she's like, I'm gonna tear him apart.
That reminds me of like I want a girl to look at me like Sydney Sweeney looks like Glenn Powell in this photo.
Exactly.
It's like that quote right there. It's like,
Yep. But I mean, if these guys look, we know Sydney Sweeney's smart. She produces half the shit she's in.
Yeah, she does.
She banks on herself. So we'll see what happens with that. I hope they make another one, man, because I like both these people. Next up, we got Cannes Film Festival, Sydney Sweeney and Ana de Armas. Can we have any more good-looking people in this movie? What the hell? Star flick tipped to headline Venice Film Festival, sold to AGC Studios. Now, the movie they're talking about is a movie that's being directed by Ron Howard, and it's called Eden. If you read this...
Just get the vibrator on.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on there.
Oh, sorry. Like, there's some mowing going on in the background. Sorry.
Gotcha. No problem, brother. So this movie, it's called Eden, and it's directed by Ron Howard, of all people. So I decided to dig into it a little bit, okay? And lo and behold, it's called Eden. They have very sparse details about it. Follows a group of people fueled by a profound desire for change. In order to turn their back on society, they leave everything behind and set their futures on the harsh landscape of the Galapagos. And this is the thing. If you read that article from the outlet I just showed you, I can't even remember what it was now, and I got rid of it. But just look, I think it's Netflix fan or something like that. But just look up the Cannes Film Festival and Ana de Armas and Sydney Sweeney, and you'll find it. It's directed by Ron Howard, but look at the people that are in it, dude.
Look
at this cast. It's got Sydney Sweeney, Ana de Armas, Vanessa Kirby, the girl that they've picked to play Sue Storm in the Fantastic Four movie. It's got Jude Law, Daniel Brawl, who's really good. I mean, I'm looking at this cast. Damn, dude.
Tim Ross.
And what they say, it's a survival movie. It almost sounds like after
Hunger
reading
Games
this part right here, it sounds to me like what's that one that Harrison Ford made where he took his family to the jungle, John? You know the one I'm talking about. God,
I can't remember the name of the
damn movie. I'm having a senior moment, but it sounds like that. That was thunder. If I disappear, we've got bad storms coming through, so just don't be afraid if I disappear. I didn't get nuked or anything. But anyway, what is the name of that movie? God, now that's gonna bug me. I'm gonna have to look it up. But
isn't it like 6 nights or 6 days?
No.
7
That's
days, 6
the
nights.
airplane movie. That was a rom-com.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Mosquito Coast.
Mosquito Coast. That's it, brother. Mosquito Coast.
Yeah.
Yes. Mosquito Coast. That's what it sounds like. But with that cast, man, and Ron Howard directing, I mean,
I love what
wow.
he said. A bunch of vegans moved to the jungle to get eaten by nature.
There you go. That's it. Oh, look at this. And Martin says, now I have Thunderstruck playing in my head. Yeah. There you go. Darth Baca had it. He had it. But yeah, that sounds good to me. So I'm looking forward to that. And also on the Sweeney front, I wanted to check her Instagram, see if she's got anything new. And we already covered this last week. She's got her latest Instagram thing is about her playing the boxer.
That would not be bad.
Yeah. Well, she's saying she's going to get in shape for it, but hey, I don't know. Don't get in too much shape now, Sydney. You're going to lose some fans if you start losing cup size now.
Yeah, we don't need She-Hulk here. Okay.
Right. But anyway, okay, that is the Sweeney spot for this week. So we're done with that. That's how we wrap up the pop culture update every week now.
Wookie goes, didn't Ron Howard direct Solo? And Solo lost money, so he just
yes, he kind of directed it. He kind of directed it.
Yeah.
He fixed that movie. Somebody else directed it to start with.
It still wasn't fixed to the point where, it was still bad.
You can only polish a turd so much, bro.
That's why I put fixed in quotation.
Yeah. Exactly. He fixed it. Yeah. I mean, it's Ma'am Hulk.
The best part of that movie was when you saw Darth Maul and they teased it and you never
They reshot 90% of it. Did they, Wook?
Yeah, they did, and they still fucked it up. Yeah.
Wow. Unbelievable. That's crazy. Okay.
Literally, yeah.
Okay, so that's it for the pop culture update. I hope you enjoyed that. We try and keep you up on everything. Next, we're going to talk about Memorial Day weekend. This is one of those holidays. Last year, about this time, I actually did a watch party on Twitch, I think, because Twitch will let you show anything on their damn platform. And I did The Boys and Company C, which is one of my favorite. Well, it's probably my favorite Vietnam movie. I know some people say Apocalypse Now, some people say Platoon, but Boys and Company C has always been my favorite one because it's got R. Lee Ermey in it way before he was an old man. Matter of fact, he was fresh from Vietnam, actually. That movie was made in the late 70s.
Yeah.
And he was in it when he was still a young man. And he's great in it. Let's see. Show me your war face. Right? Yeah. Anna de Armas for Wonder Woman. You think? I don't know. But then again, everybody was like, really? You want that skinny chick from Fast and the Furious to play Wonder Woman? And she ended up knocking it out of the park. So
yeah,
who the hell knows?
I agree with Darth right there.
But Memorial Day, guys, it's now there are several service-oriented holidays. This one is when we remember those who fell in battle in service to our country, okay? Memorial Day is an American holiday observed on the last Monday of May, honoring the men and women who died while serving in the U.S. military. Memorial Day 2024 will occur this Monday, May 27th. Originally known as Decoration Day.
Oh, yes, Wookie.
It originated in the years following the Civil War and became an official federal holiday in 1971. Many Americans observe Memorial Day by visiting cemeteries or memorials, holding family gatherings, and participating in parades. Unofficially, it marks the beginning of the summer season. Yeah, as a matter of fact, there's a lot of fashion people that say you can't wear certain colors after Memorial Day, that kind of thing. But I wanted to show you guys some of what's going on in my area locally. We've got one of our biggest festivals actually for Memorial Day. You see this kid shoving stuff in his dad's mouth. Well, that's at Mudbug Madness. It's a festival we're going to have this weekend. It's all about crawfish. If you like crawfish, we're going to have it by the pound, by the ton down there.
We have a thing called Mud Madness out here where they just do mud and shit. So.
Yeah. Cool. Another thing we got going this weekend is the Red River Rumble. It's a powerboat race on the Red River. That ought to be pretty cool.
I've actually seen that on TV and watched it.
Really?
It was on ESPN or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we've got Reeling for the Kids Bass Tournament. They got a Kids Bass Tournament going on, and that's on the Red River as well. Actually, no, that's on Cattle Lake is where they're going to do that. The Fast and Furious 5K Color Fun Run. That's going to be the crew is Barkus and Meows doing that one. That's the crew that my wife Foxy was the captain of for a season. And then we've got you may remember this band, Better Than Ezra is going to be playing at Margaritaville this weekend. So that's what we got going on in our area. What are you guys up to this Memorial Day weekend? We Knock already detailed earlier that he's got studying to do this weekend. He's got a certification he's got to get ready.
Yeah, I'm doing that for most of the weekend. But Saturday we're actually got at the local expo center. We have it's what do you call them? A yard sale.
Okay.
Set up. So we're going to be doing that Saturday morning.
Okay.
And see if we can find any cool deals. I'm looking for anything. Denver Broncos,
right?
Anything Star Wars, anything, that kind of deal. So mostly it's just junk that people buy, like they're dumb. What do you call those beanie babies? Beanie babies, yeah. Where they bought them forever ago, like 20 years ago, and they never actually sold. So they just have them in a plastic for the next 100 years because they're never going to sell again. But But you find the occasional thing. I found some pretty cool stuff every now and then.
You never know, man. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Look through the comic books, man, if they got them.
Yeah.
You never know.
Some people may not even know what they got.
I'm not a comic book guy, although this latest con we went to, I did pick up some Star Wars comics. So
we're talking, dude. Look, if he's got a ton of comic books for $1, $2, get them. You never know. You might have something worth $500,000 in there.
Look, Joe. The only problem with these kind of events that do that kind of stuff, especially because sometimes they'll have the video game places.
Yeah,
the vultures are all over that. The resellers are all over that shit.
Yeah, they are.
I'm not in the mood for that world. I don't want to fight over this dumb shit. They're going to be all over that shit. So I don't participate in that world.
I've got to answer Wookie real fast before we continue. No. Sydney Sweeney should not play Supergirl. She needs to play Power Girl. Come on, man.
I didn't want to. You were talking about Memorial Day,
Joe,
so I didn't want to interrupt you, but I agree. Yeah, we discussed this last week. Again, Wookie, watch our show, bro. Watch our show.
Girl.
You need to watch the show occasionally, Wookie.
We
talked about this last week. The cup size is different, bro.
The Sweeney slot. You got to mark that somewhere. I don't know how you do that for YouTube, Joe. But I know you can do it where you can mark it. Where it's
the Sweeney stuff. Yeah, I need to get back to doing that. I used to do it.
Bookmark the 2-minute slot for Sydney Sweeney just for
Wookie. Okay,
and then you can just watch the Sweeney spot, and then that's it. That's all you got to watch, Wookie. Keep up with that.
So
E. Clay Thomas says she already is. No, she's not. She's Power Girl.
Yeah. Okay. Look what Soul said. It's true.
Soul Assassin says, but Jed lives for the shit. That maniac will take a flock of vultures for a Star Wars comic.
I've done it for Superman comics, Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, all those. Yeah.
Ariel is definitely friggin' trolling. Let's see. E. Clay Thomas says, better than Ezra. I guess Right Said Fred wasn't available. Yeah, look, dude, I'm not saying they're the hottest thing in the world now. At one time, I think they're a one-hit wonder. I don't even remember what their songs were. But anyway, let's see.
Whoa, Ariel, what?
Boobs aren't big enough to be Power Girl, nor hips wide enough. Ma'am.
Do you not know who
Look, Power Girl doesn't exist in this universe, period. Okay? That's the closest you're going to get is
Power Girl.
Sydney Sweeney. What's Martin talking about? Imagine the white leotard for
damn Martin.
But anyway, okay. So we know what Knock's doing. John, what are you doing for Memorial Day, buddy?
I don't know what I'm doing the actual Memorial Day except being off work.
Right.
It's so nice, isn't it?
But I know that Saturday or Sunday I'm going to my sister's. We're going to my sister's for a barbecue.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, the first mention of a barbecue, I was fixing to say everybody barbecues on friggin' Memorial Day, don't they?
At least
is your family doing it? Knock? Are they?
I think we're doing some shababs.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah, beef shababs. So that's usually grilled.
Okay, so Jed, what are you up to this Memorial Day weekend?
I'd probably just spend it with Kay, but then here's some other stuff here I wanted to show you.
Sure.
That's happening out in my neck of the woods that they have.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, so because we have a huge memorial place out here too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of because our place is hugely military out here.
Yeah.
You can see a lot of people at they renamed the theater. You can go to a dance club and they're doing this huge thing from reality and like MTV is going to be there. You can go tubing down the Salt River here. You can also, I think the comic book convention comes back this Memorial Day weekend. So you can go to the comic book convention. You can take a hike in Glendale where they're going to have like some other things. You can do horses, dogs, whatever. At the
Jed, buddy, what are you doing?
Oh, shit.
The question was, what are you doing?
Yeah, but I did want to know what they're doing.
Yeah, he wanted to know what was going on.
I did want to know what they're doing locally, too, though.
Yeah, like they're okay.
All right, let me pull up mine then. Let me go back and
go, man. Do it.
Everything in Virginia.
The Biltmore is one of the most known places here in Phoenix. At the Biltmore, they're showing Top Gun at their drive-in movies things that would be awesome, and you can actually kick it in the pool and watch it.
Drive-in.
Oh, okay, that's it. You suck. Yeah, you're out of there. You're out of there.
Then they have a 5K.
You're out of there, sir. No, I have to call it right there because you suck. You have a drive-in, and I don't.
Well, dude, we have 2 drive-ins here. Yeah.
You suck, Jed.
You suck, Jed. You've got to drive in to go.
Yeah, but they're not showing Top Gun at a drive-in. They're showing it at a dive-in at the pool.
Yeah.
Oh, at the pool. So, okay.
Cool. Yeah. And there's this and then the museums are open for free this weekend too.
Okay, cool.
So you can go to the Botanical Garden or any of the other places for free. They're all
sounds cool, man.
Well, so Jed, what are you doing, Jed?
Yeah, I just said I'm going to hang out with Kay. We're probably going to watch movies.
There you go.
Okay, so you're doing none of the stuff you listed above. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not doing any of the stuff I listed, Knock.
Yeah. Yeah, you give me shit, but you didn't listen to Joe. He didn't do any of that.
What an awful question. What are you doing this weekend? Nothing that I'm about to say. Okay, got it.
Joe
I'm not doing any of that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not doing any of the stuff I showed.
Yeah.
So, Joe, what are you doing this weekend?
I am hoping my wife gets the weekend off because she has been working 12-hour shifts since the disaster down in Houston. She has not had a day off since last Thursday.
So, okay, first off, if she doesn't have it off, what are you doing?
If she doesn't have it off, we are she's probably going to cook. She always cooks for Memorial Day. And I think we're supposed to work on the deck. We got to recoat the deck. It's 2 years old now, and apparently one part of it got the stuff washed off, and it's now that it's springtime, it's starting to turn green. We've got to clean that stuff up, and we got to recoat it. So we're working on our deck this weekend. So hang on, let's see. I'll be taking a nap and pooping, but not at the same time, probably.
We all know you're a multitasker, E-Clay.
We know you can do it, E-Clay.
I believe in you.
Yeah.
See, if the screen goes black, if you're nuked, I would go to. No, I don't think so. But anyway, okay. Let's see. Joe's going to take a life-size rag doll to a golf course, and you can imagine the rest. Oh man, stop it!
As long as it's not me too, it's okay.
Jed ain't saying what he's doing because you don't want to. Jason doesn't need to tag along so people can't handle the Jed life. That's true sometimes. That's true most times.
Well, I tell you what's going to happen at the theater this weekend, guys.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the showdown of the century. It's Furioso versus Garfield.
The showdown of the century.
Yeah. And
I feel like this
what
is pretty.
I love about this article right here from Deadline, though, it says Furioso trucking to an 80 million to 85 million
So
worldwide start.
A
Now,
lot of
remember,
people are gonna be
it's
suckers
worldwide,
for those
okay?
Yeah.
That's everywhere. That's not just in the States. So
that could be 10 million domestic, 20 million domestic, 5 million domestic.
Exactly.
Domestic.
It's very misleading. Very misleading. But they give you the 30 million plus US for Garfield.
Yeah.
And guess what? Garfield's already making money. It's been
Yeah.
out across the planet and it's making money already. And let me see. Let me pull that. Let me grab the numbers again real quick and we'll look at what it's done internationally already. I have a theory, guys. I look at these two movies and, you know, the girl boss thing, people are getting a little tired of. I really think with kids being out of school and everything, Garfield may do better than Furiosa.
I hope Garfield does better
domestically. I think it might because there's a lot of fans of that show right there.
Stay tuned for next week when we'll discuss it.
Right? Oh, we're definitely going to discuss it for sure. But first of all, are you guys interested in either one of these movies?
Garfield,
yeah.
Well, I will tell you, Joe. A couple weeks ago, I did go through all the movies, all of them. I watched them all the way through the first time in preparation for this movie. So for Furiosa, so I may go watch it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to be a big fan of it. I'm just saying I'm going to go watch it.
Yeah,
and I want to see Garfield too because I like Garfield. Garfield was one of my biggest comments growing up.
Yeah, Garfield. Look, I've got the only tattoo I have. A Garfield with the drill sergeant's hat on.
And it's Chris Pratt.
Right
Chris Pratt did Super Mario. All for it.
Let's see.
Super Mario, which, by the way, did $1 billion. So, hey.
Yeah.
There's the Garfield movie. You passed it.
Did I pass it? Okay.
Yeah.
The Garfield movie. There it is. It's already made 49 million.
Yeah.
Already 21 on the year. Or already placed number 21. It'll be top 10 within the end of the week.
I think it will be.
When it opens up worldwide, in America and some of the other places, it's going to hit.
Made 8 million in Mexico. Wow.
Yeah, they really hate Mondays too. In
the Mexicans dig some Garfield. You would think with his love of lasagna, it'd be Italy. It was making a lot of money in, right? But yeah.
Yeah, but it's American lasagna. It's different.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But Furioso, I like George Miller's movies. He likes to use real stunts, real stuntmen. I like that kind of thing. But I just have a feeling that Garfield's going to outdo it, man. Because of the kid factor. With kids being out of school, I think that's really going to push it past it. Let's see. Martin says that Garfield is highly popular in Latin America.
Yes, he is.
There you go, man.
I didn't know that.
Let's see. Garfield is going to plant Furiosa in the ground.
Okay.
My money is on Garfield. Yeah,
wow.
I really think that's going to happen. I think it's going to outdo it. What's up, R2D2?
Yeah.
But
honestly, I wouldn't mind watching both of these though.
Yeah. I think if Rhonda's got the weekend off, I'm going to lean towards Furioso because it's live action. But Garfield would be cool to see too.
I'll see how my studying's going by Sunday, and then I'll, if I feel like
you might end up getting out there and seeing it.
I might go, yeah. And then Memorial Day, I really want. We're going to discuss that here in a bit. But
yeah, we'll discuss both of them next week. If you can see them, fine. If not, don't worry about it. But we'll do a non-spoiler. We've been doing non-spoiler reviews because we're doing the week of. Yeah. So I will definitely have seen Furioso by then. I can tell you that. Furioso, listen to me. It's Furiosa. From what I understand now, the people that run in our circles, the guys I trust, Latino Slant, Chris Gore, the guy that Knock thinks doesn't exist.
Who?
These exactly. These guys, they're saying it's a good movie, but they're not totally blown away by it. But they say it's the usual George Miller fare. If you like the car chases, if you like the over the top stunts and everything, then you're going to enjoy it. If you liked Mad Max Fury Road, you're going to enjoy this, is what they're saying pretty much. Let's see. Tim says, real stunts, what old Hollywood used to. I must have killed more people than Cecil B. DeMille. That's right. Damn it. But
I feel like stunts though are just they're just not going to get the new crowd.
I don't know.
I think we've with Fall Guy, I think that's kind of confirmed that the stunts days are kind of dead.
I'd hate to see him go dead, man. I really would.
Oh, absolutely. But I just feel like
not every CGI movie is as good as visually as Kingdom of the Planet. Okay, not all of them are like that. We've seen so many of them. Like the one I always bring up is the Justice League movie when it came out. They did such a bad job on the CGI in that movie. It was not even funny. It was just horrific how bad that was. And another one was another DC movie, the Flash movie. The end of that, I mean, it was really cool to see all these send-ups and stuff from the different universes. But my God, the CGI was so bad in that movie. It really was. But, real stunts and real stuntmen, I'm always going to dig that. And I think they should be up for Academy Awards, too. I really do. Yeah. Ariel. Yeah. Superman's upper lip in Justice League. Damn straight.
my theory is with the Flash movie, they'd spent so much on it that Zaslav said, we're not putting another dime into this thing. You ship it as it is.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think that was the case, too. They were done with it. They really were. And you know what the shame of it is? Even bad movies have good stuff in it. If you're a Supergirl fan, even though she didn't look like Supergirl, that was Supergirl character-wise. It was really good what they did with her in that movie. I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, I dug her. I dug her.
She was great. She was great, man. She was all in. And dude, whenever Zod told her what he had done, her reaction was perfect, because that's the whole thing about Supergirl in the comic books. She actually got the red ring because she's so enraged. She's a teenager that's pissed off that Krypton's gone, where Clark knows nothing but Earth, right? That's all he knows. And he's got these superpowers because he's from Krypton, right? It's not the case with Supergirl. She was on Krypton when for many years before it went the way of the dodo, right? And she's pissed off that it's gone. And she's a pissed off teenager when you read about her in the comic book. I loved it. I love that part of the Flash movie. That and Michael Keaton. You never can go wrong with him as Batman, man. Even though he looked like Howard Hughes when you first saw him in that movie. With that long hair and everything. Let's see. Tim says the plot of Furiosa, if you want to read it on Wikipedia. Yeah. I don't want any spoilers for it.
Nobody here does.
Yeah. Was she Supergirl or just female version of Superman? No. She was Supergirl. She definitely was Supergirl. Yeah. Something totally different, man. Totally different. Yeah. That was the good thing about the Flash movie, was Supergirl. The bad thing was she didn't look like Supergirl. They made her look like the idiot playing the Flash.
Oh, God.
What the hell's his name? They gave her short black hair. Ezra Miller. They made her look like Ezra Miller with boobs.
Pissed that
it was
they
so
messed
stupid,
her
man.
up. Yeah.
But the character they got right. That's one thing I did enjoy about that movie. But
I'm not a Supergirl guy, so I dug her.
Yeah,
her look and everything. So
that was the Supergirl. So,
yeah, she was. The character was spot on, like I'm saying, Knock. But the look just wasn't there. I'd have been okay with the costume if they'd just given her long blonde hair. I'd have been fine with that, But Supergirl's got a look.
Yeah, she does. Blonde, looks cute as hell.
Yep. But anyway, I think Garfield's gonna open bigger than Furiosa does, just because of the kid factor. I think families are going to go to the theater since they've got a 3-day weekend, And I don't think they're going to go in droves. I think that 30 million's pretty good U.S. number for Garfield. I'm thinking the Furiosa is going to do about 25. So
that's about where I've got it.
But from what I understand, Hemsworth's great in this movie. Said that he really relishes the bad guy role. So, and I like Hemsworth. That's why I'm going to go see this in the theater. That and the stunts. I'm going to go see this in the theater instead of Garfield. So, that's just me. But
Joe, that might be worth a list someday.
Yeah.
Your favorite bad guys in a movie.
Oh yeah, we could talk about that. Yeah, we
That'd
might
be
do that next week. You never
might
know.
be an interesting one.
Yeah. We could definitely do that. Favorite bad guys in a flick? Oh
yeah.
God,
Oh wait. You got Speed, the guy from Speed. Dennis Hopper.
Right. Dennis Hopper.
Oh yeah, Dennis Hopper. Yeah, I love that movie. I watched that a lot growing up.
Yeah. Okay, so that's what's going on at the theater. But now let's get into your personal playlist for Memorial Day. What movies do you guys think should be on a playlist to put together for Memorial Day?
Okay, I have one right off the bat.
Go ahead, man.
Oh, Glory.
Glory? Yeah. Dude, I was going to mention that one.
Glory is awesome.
It's on a lot of lists.
Yes,
Glory
absolutely.
Is awesome.
Let me pull that up real quick.
Broderick and Denzel.
It was Denzel's first Academy Award. He got the Academy Award for
freaking awesome.
He got the Academy Award
for
Best Supporting Actor.
Yeah.
His journey in that book, or excuse me, in that story, was epic. I mean, he was the troublemaker that ended up becoming their best soldier. It was really good. I mean, this movie's been out for a while, so I'm not going to worry about spoilers. If you haven't seen
89.
this,
It's been out since '89.
Yeah.
So.
I mean,
hey guys, the North won.
Guess what? The North won. Even though this northern unit, nobody survived.
Dude, it even had Morgan Freeman in it too. It had an all-star cast.
It's the story of the first all-black regiment in the Northern Army, and they went through some trials and tribulations, man. They did, and Matthew Broderick's character stuck with his men, and they ended up. They actually volunteered to be the point unit when they tried to fight on the beaches of South Carolina. It's a hell of a story. If you've never seen it, great actors. Friggin' Matthew Broderick at the height of his powers back in the day. Let's see, what year did that come out? 1989.
Everybody gave Matthew Broderick shit for this because it was something different than comedy.
Yeah, exactly. It was
hugely. They gave him shit for this.
Yeah,
I remember this.
But he was great. He was great.
He was awesome.
He was fantastic. And like I said, Denzel. You never can go wrong with him, and he's fantastic in it.
And Cary Elves,
Elves is fantastic. Man.
He was always doing comedy too. So they had two people that did comedy in a serious movie.
He was in a little known movie, The Princess Bride.
Just the Princess Bride,
which I still haven't seen.
Dude, you've got to see that movie.
Bro,
I don't know what it is about the title, man. It's the title that's throwing me, man.
Dude, the Princess Bride is awesome.
It is fantastic.
It's literally only the title that's throwing me off on it for whatever.
No, you need to see it. It's just
I hear nothing.
Oh
but
boy, check out Ariel. She's in love with Cary Elves.
Yeah.
But let's see who else we got that we might.
Andre Braugher.
He's been in a bunch of stuff. My wife watches Grey's Anatomy, and he was on that show forever.
And he was, I think, he was in
Andre Braugher.
Yeah.
Right,
Cliff the Young. Cliff the Young's a dick in this movie.
Yeah,
oh my God,
he's always plays a dick though.
Yeah.
And Martin said he's gonna be pissing off, so he's like, "Have a good show, guys."
All right, take care, buddy.
See you guys. Are you gonna be here later?
Am I gonna see you tonight for Mass Effect, bud? Let us know in the chat. Let us know in the chat. But anyway, this is a fantastic choice, Jed. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, Glory was like one of my number one picks.
It's one of my favorite war movies of all time, and really, I'm gonna go ahead and stick one in here, and you guys are probably gonna laugh at this choice, really. But But I've got to say, as far as propaganda, this is almost World War II like. I'm going to put the
Crisscross Shepherd of fucking Martin.
Hang on. Here it is right here. Let's see. What did he say?
You betcha, Joe.
Crisscross Shepherd. You mean cross-eyed Shepherd? Oh, dude, that's a running joke on that one. Shepherd's cross-eyed in that game. You guys never told me that. I am wearing that out, dude. I keep every time he says something to one of the characters, like, especially if it's a chick, I'll go, yeah, whatever you say, uniboob, whatever.
Do you like my cross-eyed?
You look kind of funny with 3 eyes. I don't know what's wrong with you, but you know. But anyway, the first one I wanted to talk about tonight is Starship Troopers. I think that would be an awesome friggin' Memorial Day movie, because even though it's set in a futuristic setting, man, is there any more of a propaganda movie for a society than this movie?
Funny
right
thing
here?
was, Joe, this started out as a parody of how war life is.
Yeah,
that's
right.
The whole movie is a parody. They did it on purpose.
Yep. Absolutely.
And everybody's like, it's serious. And no, it's a parody of how.
Even though they're most likely really awful, I do want to go and watch all of them.
Really? There's certain movies shouldn't have sequels as far as I'm concerned. This is one of them. Another one I never thought should have had a sequel was Highlander. And they've made like 3 or 4 of those.
No, we don't talk about the sequels. There's only Highlander.
Dumb. If there can be only one, there can be only one.
Especially Highlander 2, that doesn't exist.
They came up with a way to have more than one, apparently, and
and then they brought Duncan, and then they brought Connor in, and then like it just.
But no, I thought Starship Troopers would be a good one to watch for Memorial Day, because if you watch it, it's all about patriotism and helping your fellow soldier and all that good stuff. I mean, propaganda. I mean, it's over the top.
Yeah, they
do you like to know more?
A lot of people didn't know it was a parody of how the military life was when it first came. They were like, "Oh, it's hardcore," and I was like, "No."
Yeah.
Because I knew somebody that actually worked on the movie, and they told me, dude, the whole movie is a parody.
Yeah. Knock, what's the first one you want to put on the playlist for Memorial Day?
I got to go with the classic. I think it's got to be the number one on everyone's list, and it's Saving Private Ryan.
You took mine, damn it.
Yeah, I know. I know. And
it's number one on my list. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's number one on everyone's list. It is the super easy one to go. So I will go ahead and me and Joe did have some discussions. So I think what I do want to watch is Platoon.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think Saving
let's talk
Private
about
Ryan.
this one first before we
I think everyone this is a super easy one to steal, but the very beginning,
dude. Yeah, look, just to put an exclamation point on what you're talking about with the beginning. When it came out, I was reading stories on my websites and stuff that I follow that some of the toughest guys in Hollywood that were World War II vets were walking out of the opening of that movie.
Yeah,
because they said it was too realistic. He just, apparently Spielberg knocked it out of the park with the beach landing at Normandy.
I know one vet that's here because Arizona has a ton of veterans, and it is a military state. Dude, I had one was a friend of ours that I've known him ever since he goes, I gotta go. That kicked up my PTSD. He walked out.
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine, man. It's rough. It's a rough watch, man. The opening is, and after that, I mean, it chills out, but there are moments in that movie that are just tough to watch, man. Yeah. They're realistic,
you got the moments with Tom Hanks when his hand is shaking.
Right.
Because you got that issue going on, and they're all looking at him, and there's just moments like that, man. It just makes it a special film.
Yeah, it is fantastic, and anybody that's a father and has kids, or a mother and watches that movie. First of all, not many mothers are going to watch that movie. but I remember when me and Rhonda watched it the first time, the part that got her was the mother with the army car pulling up to our house, and her just dropping to the ground whenever she saw it. You know, it's just rough. And another movie that, well, first of all, I'll talk about it here in a minute. I got to give John his chance up.
What are you gonna pick, John?
What do you got, John? What do you think?
Flags for Our Fathers.
Flags of Our Fathers. Clint Eastwood.
Yeah,
direct Flags of Our Fathers. Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's a good pick, John.
Yeah.
Well, you got to watch it with the other movie from the other side.
Yeah, there was two made, and did he direct both of them?
Yep.
Yeah, the one's done. Now this has to do with. Hang on, let me pull it up here, guys. This one has to do with the life stories of 6 men who raised the flag at the Battle of Iwo Jima. And this is actually about my favorite monument in Washington, D.C., and I've never seen it. I've got a replica of it sitting on my mantle in the living room. I was just a movie that was made about this with John Wayne in it called Sands of Iwo Jima. I must have seen it 50 times when I was a kid. And that's why I've never seen this movie. I need to sit down and watch this. I don't think I'm going to show it on Sunday, but I'm leaning towards doing a watch party Sunday, and I just don't know what I'm going to show yet. But I want to do something for Memorial Day. But yeah, it's directed by Clint Eastwood, and the other movie he's talking about is Letters from Iwo Jima, I think. Is that the name of it?
Letters, not Sands.
Yeah, and it tells the same story from the perspective of the Japanese in that battle, right? The two movies kind of go together. I could see that being a good one, man. Of course, anything Clint Eastwood directs, I'll watch. He's, he was a great actor for a long time, and he's working on another movie now. He's in his 90s, guys, and he's still making movies. It's ridiculous. Clint, I'm starting to think, if there's a nuclear war, we're going to have cockroaches, Keith Richards, and Clint Eastwood still around.
Yeah. I mean, he's Captain America. I mean,
right, basically, right? But yeah, I could see that one, man. Definitely. Iwo Jima. I don't know if I told you guys, but when I went down for the meetup with Christian, we went to the World War II Museum, and the first place we went to was the Pacific Theater building. There's like 6 buildings down there.
Yeah, you told me
but I mean, I wanted to go there because I know a lot about the European theater from my grandfather. So I know a lot about that. I wanted to see the stuff that had to do with the Pacific, and that was pretty neat stuff. It really was. If you have the means, I highly recommend, if you're into the World War II stuff, go down to it's not just people from Louisiana and New Orleans. It is the National World War II Museum. Now, you would say, well, why don't I go to D.C.? Well, D.C. has some stuff from World War II, but it's also mixed in with Korea, Vietnam, World War I. It's part of the Smithsonian's war thing, but this is specifically about World War II. I tell you what the coolest thing about it is, and we didn't know about it until we were halfway through the damn thing, the tour. You can actually get a dog tag, and if you register it in the first little bit, the first video thing you see, you're on a train ride going to basic training kind of thing, right? In the late 30s, right? And if you go and register it at one of the kiosks, you can type in the name of a soldier from World War II and follow their journey through World War II. It's got all the information of where you need to look for where they served in that museum. It's very cool, man. If you guys ever get a chance, go down there and see it. Oh my God. Would you want Clint Eastwood to direct a remake of Debbie Does Dallas? No, I wouldn't, Tim, you goon. Let's see. Was Sands of Iwo Jima directed by Eastwood? But they Japanese filmed it? No. Sands of Iwo Jima had John Wayne in it, and it was made in the 50s. It's actually a little bit of trivia. It's one of only 2 movies that he died on screen in. He died in that movie, and he died in The Cowboys. That's the only 2 movies John Wayne. Now, he dies in the shootist. Of cancer, but he dies off screen, I think, or it's suggested that he dies, but you don't see it happen on screen. He dies on screen in Sands of Iwo Jima and the Cowboys. So, yeah, let's see. I mean, Letters from Iwo Jima. Yes, he directed both of them, and I think Letters from Iwo Jima has subtitles, doesn't it? It's all Japanese spoken, right? You have to read subtitles. Yeah. He did both movies.
Yeah.
Yep. Pretty interesting stuff. Good pick. The next one I'm going to talk about is one that we were talking about, mothers, and what happens in warfare. I think this movie right here, starring Mel Gibson and Sam Elliott, We Were Soldiers. It's telling the first story of the air cav, the first use of the Huey helicopter in combat. If you haven't seen this movie, it is a great watch for Memorial Day. And one of the things it does is it shows what happens at home with the families of these men, and it's very impactful. It's
Ariel's about
stuff.
to have a spaz attack because she keeps talking about The Great Escape.
Let's see, I got a movie for you guys, The Great Escape.
And
OMG.
then she goes, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, The Great Escape. Yeah, I hear you. The Great Escape. We'll check that one out too. That's Steve McQueen. Yeah, that's definitely a good one. But We Were Soldiers. I love. I just watched it with the clients where I work not too long ago. Because we had a bunch of guys in there. I think we had the most clients we've had since COVID. We had about 8 guys in there, and they wanted to, some of them were younger dudes, and they wanted to see a Vietnam movie. And I said, well, yeah, we'll show you this one, because it's a little bit tamer. It's not a graphic movie. If it's not super bloody or anything like that, but it is dramatic as all get out, and it is. Well, you just have to see it. It is a fantastic movie. It really is. And what was messed up was this was Custer's unit back in the Indian War days. And Mel Gibson wasn't too happy about that. When they got that unit designation. I think it's the 7th Cavalry, isn't it what it was? But yeah, he ended up getting Custer's unit, and yeah, he wasn't happy about that. But anyway, let's see. We Were Soldiers. My grandma had to walk out of the theater watching it, not because of the family member was involved in the battle, but just losing a brother in Vietnam, and it got her really bad. Yeah, like I said, it's not the stuff that happens at home with the families of these people while they're in Vietnam. Is what really gets you, man. It's and plus they were going into a meat grinder. I mean, this was the first use of the Huey in combat, and if you guys don't know what that is, it's a helicopter that they use for deploying troops and supplies, and it was the first use of it. They were trying it out for the first time, dropping it into a valley where they wanted to hold a position and basically land all these guys, and they had to create a perimeter and start working it out. And
they're always going to be surrounded.
And they're always surrounded from every turn. Well, first of all, it took guts to do it. First of all, and it's a amazing story. Jed, what's your next one for this list?
Oh, let me see. I have you sent you.
Well, you think about it. Knock. What's your next one?
Well, actually, I as much as
10,
I know
9,
some of it was
8, 7.
Okay,
6.
I'm gonna say Black Hawk Down.
Hawk Down.
All
Okay,
right,
there you go.
That's a great movie.
Yeah. I think Knock mentioned that pregame. Yeah.
So
let's see. Black Hawk Down. That's one I haven't
I know
seen.
I know some of the stuff that in Black Hawk Down was not true. They kind of exaggerate. How do you say?
Well, it's Hollywoodified.
Yeah, it's Hollywoodified, but it's
dramatic
still a good
effect.
movie. Yeah,
enhanced.
It's still a good movie, though.
Yeah.
It's a great movie. Yeah, I definitely would recommend this movie.
I know they did the Hollywood thing to it, but still, you know.
1993. Yeah, I have not seen this movie. It's one of the ones on the list of right up there with Shawshank Redemption that I want to see very, very badly. This took place in North Africa, right, guys?
Look at that Ewan McGregor, man.
Oh
Holy
my
shit.
God.
Yeah, dude, he's young as fuck.
The cast in this one is ridiculous.
Yeah, like that's the reason why I'm like, they got Eric Bana, Tom
Josh Hartnett?
Sizemore, Josh Hartnett, like it's
Eric Bana, Tom Sizemore, William
Fichtner.
Fichtner.
Yeah,
this cast is ridiculous, dude.
Wow,
Yeah.
dude.
If you in Kim Coates, like Ron Edward, like if you can get past like some of the Hollywood glamorization of it,
Jason
you'll
Isaacs
like it.
is in it too.
Yeah, you'll like
Jesus
it.
Christ, man.
Oh yeah.
That's still, and it was made by Ridley Scott, but you know,
Wow. Yeah, Ridley Scott sells it for me. Period. But
yeah,
I had no idea this many guys was in this movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie, but if you like, you can get past some of the Hollywood.
Orlando Bloom. Yeah, Orlando Bloom.
It's a good movie. It's just
wow.
When because you know I've had military friends and I was like picking out all the bullshit and I was like, yeah. That ain't gonna fly.
Has Gary done that one on Military Monday?
I don't remember. I was thinking he did, but now I'm not
have
sure.
to talk to him about it. But I have heard that this isn't accurate. That they
no, it isn't.
They put some stuff in for effect.
I was picking the bullshit out.
Don't watch it for its accuracy.
Just watch it because it's a good movie.
Yeah,
just because it's a good movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. John, what you got for us?
I thought we were doing Knock.
Yeah, Knock. You're next, bro. Go.
So I'm not going to do a movie for this one. I'm going to do a TV show. Band of Brothers.
Band of Brothers.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
That's
now
good.
that
if you got the weekend, I love those opening interviews they do with the veterans, and I will never forget the one where he. And I will never be able to say it as well as he said, but he's basically talking about his grandchild, and he was saying, "Hey, were you a hero?" He was like, "No, but I was, I was with the company of heroes, kind of thing."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah.
That got me, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "No, I was not, but I was with a company of heroes."
Well, this had if I'm not mistaken, Spielberg was behind producing this. I think.
And Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks. Yeah.
And
they're both behind all three of them.
Pacific and Masters. I haven't watched Masters of Air yet. I plan to watch. There's Apple TV. I do plan to watch that one, but yeah.
But it seems to have some good
Damian
Lewis
in
it.
Oh my god.
Damon Lewis is he's a really underrated actor, dude. I love that guy.
Of course, Donnie Wahlberg. This brought what's it? You might need to scroll down. I can never remember his name.
This is another all-star cast.
Do with the white hair. Damien Dark.
Oh yeah. Okay, I got you. Let's see.
For whatever reason, I can never remember his name.
I don't see him, but he's in it.
Ron Livingston.
Yeah. Ron Livingston.
No,
is that his name?
That's not.
You're talking about.
Oh, you're talking about Damien Dark?
Yeah. That's why I said Damien Dark. I can't remember his real name, but he's in this as well.
Let me look. I'll look up the actor's name real quick. Hang on.
I don't know why I can't remember his name. Well, I am drinking.
It's fine. But yes, it's an award-winning series, and like you guys said, this is the Northern Europe campaign, right? Band of Brothers,
Yeah.
And then you've got what's the other two? I know that
Pacific isn't as good, but that was the Pacific theater, and then you got Masters of Air, which I haven't watched at all, so I don't really know.
Yeah, Masters of the Air. Let me see. Let's see. I'm just going to type in Damien Dark. I'm sure I'll find him.
Yeah, God,
I know it's killing me too because I love the guy.
That was his return to theater too, because like he was down and out before that one, and that was his comeback. And after that role, he just came back full force.
He came back.
He was
like
just in the
hardcore.
movie last year by. Apparently, he's a devout Christian. He's in a lot of his Christian movies.
Yeah, yes.
And that's why he's
that was one of the reasons why he got axed, because he wouldn't do a sex scene.
Wouldn't do nude scenes. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. His name.
He was in The Shift last winter.
Yeah, wasn't that a movie we were talking about? Yeah.
Yeah, The Shift. It was. It's
Neil McDonough.
Yeah, Neil
Neil
McDonough.
McDonough. Yeah, Dow.
okay.
Yeah,
All right, let me look him up.
he's awesome. I really like it. He was in Justified as well. He was
Yeah.
a fucking crazy guy in Justified. He was
No, for a guy that
absolutely
is
insane.
such a Christian, he plays such a good bad guy.
Yeah. He was messed up and Justified.
Yeah,
Oh
he
my
plays
God.
such a good bad guy, but he's such a
he was
nice
insane.
guy. That's kind of like how Taker
Wow, I
comes
still
out.
can't find him. This is
You
crazy.
know.
Yeah, just look up Arrow. Just look up Arrow. And
Yeah,
I
look
did,
up Arrow.
and he's not listed on
Really?
the first page of it. I'll have to go looking for him. Hang on, I'll find him eventually.
Here,
All cast and crew.
I got you here.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Knox got you.
For some reason, they don't show him in the major parts. You have to go looking in all cast and crew. There he is.
Because he started off as
He's not the main character. That's
he
main.
started
Never
off
is.
as a side
Yeah.
character, yeah,
Mhm.
and then they brought him in hardcore,
Yeah.
and then on Legion of Superheroes, the fucking Heroes of Tomorrow, he was one of the main characters in
Oh
there.
yeah, but that was a silly.
Yeah,
ass
that was
show.
a shit show.
I love that show, Legends of Tomorrow. I love it.
Well, it's camp. It's the height of camp, no doubt
Yeah.
about it. Yeah, it's the height of camp. So, but yeah, the Band of Brothers. I've always thought that would be a good one to do.
Schindler's
The second
List,
movie
that's
for you
fucked
guys,
up.
Ariel says. Also, not really a war impact movie. Schindler's List.
That's
Don't
on our
eat
list.
Schindler's.
That's on our
is-
list.
That is.
I haven't seen it.
But here's the thing.
No, do not eat that on a full stomach. Don't watch that
First
on
of
a full
all, I
stomach.
wouldn't watch it this weekend. You know, it's a holiday. You're supposed to be in a good mood, and
Right.
that movie
Yeah.
will depress the holy living
Yeah, it
fuck
will.
out. I mean, you have to be in the right mindset to see
Yeah.
that movie. You want to, if if you ever wanted to not even semi, just a little bit, get a sliver of the experience of the Jews in Poland and Northern Europe and World War II.
That's the movie you watch.
Look, the scene when the war ends with him in front of the car and everybody around him is just wow. It'll get you, man. It's crazy. He's just saying, I could have done more. I could have done more, you know, and everybody around him's going, you saved so many of us, man. Relax, you know.
Yeah.
It's just wow. And some of the stuff in that movie, it's hard to watch. It is, you know.
Well, don't spoil it. I don't know if America wins or not.
Fucking knock, man! I swear.
But I wouldn't. It's a good watch, but I wouldn't watch it this weekend.
I
Ariel.
got you.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be a little bit more uplifting, you know. The boy in the striped pajamas. Yeah, these ones she's mentioning are
She's
just
coming out
trolling.
with the hard.
She's coming in with the Holocaust stuff, and that's
she's gonna come up and
We
fuck
went-
your head up.
Ariel.
She's
We went
trolling.
to that was the part of the World War II museum that or not me, but Foxy wanted to go to, and that's where we went after we were done with the Pacific Theater wing. And the first thing you see when you walk in there is a warning sign that says you'll see graphic material walking in this wing. And it was, oh my God. We watched a 20-minute film of nothing but firsthand accounts of both people from the camps and the soldiers that liberated them about the day they walked into those camps for the first time. And it was, oh my God, Rhonda couldn't stop crying. She was bawling.
When you go to Pearl Harbor,
neat.
they have it before you go into that movie that they show. They it's this warning. This will see graphic situations, and you're gonna see shit that's gonna make you cry.
Yeah, one of the soldiers. I'll never forget what he said. He said, "It's hard to believe that one human being would treat another human being this way." You know, we're talking about piles of dead bodies, but then all of a sudden they'd see movement and somebody's alive in it. You know, wow.
Yeah,
Ugh.
So if you ever go see Pearl Harbor, even when you step up, there's a warning on the side of the thing when it's floating above the Arizona.
You got one for me, John?
Well, I think that warning is for
inspired by your choice of Starship Troopers.
Yes, sir.
I'm picking Red Dawn. The original.
There you go. There you go. That's a good one.
That's a good
Wholly unbelievable, but a good movie. I don't think this would ever happen in a million years. And we're talking the original, right?
Yeah, not
Right,
that
yeah, not
shitty
the
remake.
remake.
The
Yeah.
1984
No,
original.
the 2000 one. I thought.
Yeah.
No.
No, knock, no.
No.
We go play that shit up in here, knock.
No, actually, that one's okay, but it doesn't have the impact.
That's the only one I've watched.
Yeah, this one's much better. Trust me,
I
you'll
never
like this
watched
one
the
a
original.
lot
I mean,
better.
this was the height of the Cold War. Well, not the
Yeah,
height.
it came out in
was,
'84.
It was the end of the Cold War. And war with Russia was still a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't think the wall hadn't fallen yet. That didn't happen.
No, it hadn't. No,
that didn't happen until
91.
like 86 or 87,
91.
right?
91.
Was it
I
91?
was thinking it was 90, 91.
That was definitely 90s. Yeah.
Wow.
It was the 90s.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I find it wholly unbelievable because I just don't think that they could actually take any portion of the country. I mean, I still subscribe to what that Japanese commander said in World War II. When he was telling the emperor we'd never be able to take the ground. There would be a gun behind every blade of grass. You don't understand the Americans, man.
Yeah.
And I really don't think it could ever happen. But
yeah.
But this is a great action movie, and it's a great war movie. You're right, John. If they did get away with the invasion the way it depicts it in this movie, yes, I believe this would happen totally. And it's Wolverines, right? I mean, it's pretty damn awesome, man. Good movie. Enjoyed it. The cast, by the way, you want to talk about a good cast? If you know the times, everybody in this movie was a big name actor at the time, except for the kids. Patrick Swayze was just getting started. I don't even think he had made Dirty Dancing. C. Thomas Howell was a big name at the time. Charlie Sheen was just getting started. He hadn't made the one that I'm going to mention to wrap up this section. He hadn't made that one yet. Leah Thomas hadn't started Back to the Future yet, I don't think.
Nope.
She wasn't in those movies
yet. It didn't
yet.
Come out to 85, later on in 85.
And Jennifer Grey, now this picture doesn't do her justice because she had a nose operation and it doesn't even look like her. Yeah. She's the daughter of Joel Grey, and she looked more like her dad before she had that nose job.
Yeah.
But she ended up with Swayze later on in Dirty Dancing. But yeah, these guys hadn't. And of course, Harry Dean Stanton played the dad of Charlie Sheen and Patrick Swayze in it. And
Powers Booth.
Yeah, Powers Booth was the Air Force pilot that was shot down, and they meet up with. Yeah, this is a great bunch of people that were in this movie, man. That really, really, it's a really good movie. If you're a patriotic person, definitely check out the original Red Dawn from 1984. You will dig it.
I can't believe you're taking my next movie. So,
well, this is it. We're about done. We only got 9 minutes left.
I have one more.
Well, what do you got? Go ahead.
So, mine is Lone Survivor.
Lone Survivor? I haven't seen that one yet. It's
Wahlberg, I would have picked
right?
American Sniper, but that's just me.
Yeah. American Sniper and Lone Survivor, it's at a toss up between them. So.
I haven't seen either one of those movies yet, but we'll talk about them real quick.
Yeah, they're both good movies.
Okay, you got Lone Survivor. Now this is in Iraq. This took place, or was it Afghanistan?
Well,
let's see. Marcus Luttrell and his team set out on a mission to capture or kill notorious Taliban leader. Okay, it's in Afghanistan. Ahmad Shah in late June 2005, and Marcus and his team are left to fight their lives on one of the most valiant efforts in modern warfare. Yeah, I haven't seen this one. I've heard it's good. But
and Danny Wahlberg in I don't remember if it's Danny, but the two guys that were in it, they became like really good buddies.
Eric Bana once again in a war movie.
Yeah,
does this guy make his money in the war movies?
He does. He's in a lot of war movies.
We got Wahlberg. I just saw Gambit, didn't I?
Yeah.
Is he in there?
So you just
Taylor Kitsch.
In it?
Yeah, he's in there. Yeah, Taylor Kitsch is in there. All right, shoot. It's got a good cast. I like Ben Foster.
Yeah.
You know what my favorite movie with Ben Foster in it is, man?
What?
It's fucking 3:10 to Yuma. He's great in that
Dude.
movie, man.
Dude.
He is a crazy motherfucker in Netflix.
Yeah.
But yeah, this looks like a good one. I've heard that's a good one for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I agree with John what John said too. American Sniper.
American Sniper. That one I have not seen.
Oh god, well fuck that baby though.
Right, the fucking fake baby. Everybody's
Right.
heard of that.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
That-
no,
You
American
put Soldier.
Look at me. I'm an idiot.
You put Soldier.
American Sniper. There it is. And that's Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. We get it. America's Navy. Yeah, we got it. I've never been a fan of the sniper stuff, really. I've never been a fan of that. I'm more into the unit tactics stuff. But
yeah, but this movie really deals a lot with what happens when you get back home. After you've done stuff like that.
Yeah.
It does.
And you know, I think that's why I haven't seen a lot of these Iraq War and Afghanistan movies and stuff like that. I think it's because we have a son that is a veteran of that conflict, and you know, it's hard for him to talk about it and stuff. And he's, you know, I think I'm a little bit more removed from the Vietnam era stuff and things,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, I mean, Clint Eastwood and Bradley Cooper, you can't go wrong. Those are two heavy hitters right there. I'm looking at the rest of the cast. I don't see many, but then again, Clint Eastwood, he never has very, very big names in the supporting cast, you know. But they're all really talented people usually that he banks on making a movie with. I'm sure I'll recognize all the faces when I see
Bradley
it. You know,
Cooper was really good in this movie.
no, I'm
too.
sure he is. Bradley Cooper's good in everything he does, man. I'm sorry, he's one of those guys that him and Joaquin Phoenix, I think, are the two best actors going today. I think they can play anything.
I heard Thunder.
Yeah, I'm getting barraged here. Yeah, it's. I'm hoping to stay on till the end of the show. But the last one I want to mention, and Knock was saying he hadn't seen it and wanted to talk about it briefly before we get out of here, is Platoon. Now
you didn't pick mine.
I didn't take yours? Well, okay. Platoon is a film that, well, let me put it to you this way. If you wanted to see everything that was in snapshots from Vietnam, it's all in this movie. Oliver Stone said that it was a kind of a self story, but you know, there's no way all this stuff that happens.
There was some Hollywood glamorization.
Yeah, there's a lot. I think
there.
he exaggerates a lot.
Yeah,
in this
he
movie.
does.
But the whole thing with the Charlie Sheen's character being the young man going to Vietnam and being a noob and everything, and he has two guys that are his mentors in this movie, and they're both totally different people. One's a military lifer, and the other one's a draftee, and you can tell the difference. Defoe and Tom Berenger were both nominated for the same film for the same award. They were both nominated for Best Supporting Actor, and it's. I mean, you see everything from the village destruction to, you know, huge perimeter wars and stuff like that. And there's no way one guy went through all of this in one tour in Vietnam, but it's a good movie about Vietnam. If you want to see the problems there were with that war, you see it a lot. And
another one movie, to say, Joe, would be Good Morning Vietnam.
Oh, okay.
With Robin Williams.
No. Yeah, well, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. What were you going to say, John?
Oh, well, I thought he was going to say mine, so he didn't. So
okay, so
I didn't.
What's your last one?
Well, I was going to pick Full Metal Jacket, but that's not really appropriate
for Memorial Day. I guess it could be.
So I went with Apocalypse Now.
Yeah, Apocalypse Now. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, you got
wrong.
I tend to.
You said Charlie Sheen, not Martin Sheen. So
did I? Okay. Well, Charlie Sheen is in Platoon.
Yeah, he's in Platoon, but when I said, "Oh, you got mine," I was thinking Martin Sheen.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
But no, I got the wrong Sheen.
The reason why I didn't
you
pick
got the
this
wrong
one, I
Sheen.
knew
Yeah.
I was like either John or Joe was gonna pick this, so I didn't pick this one. So I went for.
I'm a fan of this movie, but it's got two knocks for me. One, it's too long.
Yeah.
It's damn near 3 hours long.
Yeah.
The other thing, it's a little bit long-winded, man. I mean, it's just not the fact that it's long, but there's a lot of dead space in this movie. He could have edited this down to 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? But I will give it this: the fucking Robert Duvall air cav scene is the best fucking thing in any Vietnam War movie ever.
Dude, napalm in the morning. Smells like victory.
Oh
you know, and this was on the knock list, and I did watch it.
Yeah,
and it was it was an experience for sure.
Now, the thing about this movie, though, this is fictional, guys. Yes, you see a lot of what happened in Vietnam, but it is actually a retelling of The Heart of Darkness, that classic novel, and, in a different time and place. So, yeah, that's The Hunt for Red October for Memorial Day.
No,
not so much. Not so much.
I did want to. I know we're running out of time, Joe, but the one thing, because we discussed it in pre-show, the one thing, one I haven't seen that I'm curious, I might watch for the Memorial Day, is Hacksaw Ridge.
I was just about to say that. That was going to be one of my picks.
Yeah, I've still got that one up for you. I thought you were going to mention it before now.
I almost picked that.
It's
I haven't seen this one, but I've heard that Andrew Garfield is really good in this one.
Dude, it's a good movie.
This one, once again, a big time director. Mel Gibson did this one, and he's an extremely good director. And I don't care what anybody says, Andrew Garfield is one of the most underrated actors on the planet. The guy is very good at acting. He is fantastic.
Except for when he did Spider-Man. So.
I
he was
didn't
good.
get that at all.
I was fixing to say he was good. I've said several times, if you take the Tobey Maguire scene from the first Spider-Man movie when has the argument with Uncle Ben all the way up to whenever the guy that kills him falls out of the window, and you insert that in the Amazing Spider-Man, you would have the perfect fucking Spider-Man.
Oh, though I did like the part where you heard Gwen's neck just snap like it was in the comic.
That's in the second one. That's a piece of shit, and that's the only accurate thing in that fucking movie.
I know that. What do you think I don't like that second movie
it
for?
Sucks, man. God, that movie
I can't help but always think about the Lego Spider-Man movie where she like falls into pieces. I don't know why. I always think of that.
That's fucked up.
Errol says Hot Shots Part 2.
You didn't like them playing the Itsy Bitsy Spider when
no. Stop it. Don't make me mention that Godzilla movie that doesn't exist.
All right.
Don't make me do it.
Okay. Fair enough.
That's the landmine you're stepping on right now, bro. Okay. I will go off, but this movie, I have seen this one. This is a really good flick. Mel Gibson, of course, he's really good at directing these war epics and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's really good at that.
It's a fantastic movie, and if you don't know what this is about, guys, it's about a conscientious objector during, I think it's World War II or is it Korea? I can't remember. I think it's Korea, right? Or is it Vietnam? Let's see. No, it's World War II. It's World War II. Yeah, he's a medic, and he will not carry a rifle. He will not shoot at people. And it's a fantastic movie, and it's a true story. It's a true story about a real guy. So guys, we've given you some good choices to check out if you want to watch a movie this weekend for Memorial Day. But just remember what the holiday is about. You have several military holidays. And this one is about remembering those that gave the ultimate sacrifice. Okay? Gave the ultimate sacrifice. They gave their lives for their country in warfare. That's what this weekend is
Veterans
all
Day,
about.
when you celebrate the veterans that served.
Yeah.
And then Armed Forces Day is when we celebrate those that are
everybody that's serving right now. That's right. Yeah, absolutely.
Arrow stepped over that landmine and said it exists.
No, well, it doesn't exist. So
I know it doesn't. It's terrible.
Exists canon. Toho.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't. It does. It's not canon.
Whatever.
No.
Okay. On that note, boys and girls, anybody need to push anything before we get out of here? I do want you guys, before I start running down what's going on with the channel, I do want you guys to go to X and let me know what you want me to do Sunday. Highlander is in the Bahamas this weekend for Memorial Day. And him and his wife, they've had a tough year. She lost her mother just recently. That's why I had to go to Dallas for the funeral. And they're ready for a break, so they're getting on a plane.
Oh, that's good. He's gonna go.
So
chill.
I have a list of choices on X. Go check out my post. What we're going to do this Sunday, and I've put it out in a couple of places. Everybody so far is saying a watch party, but I've got a few choices there. Go check it out on X and vote in the poll so I can get your opinion and see what we're going to do. But I'm definitely going to do something Sunday. But anybody who need to push anything before we get out of here?
Nah.
No? Okay.
No. If you do a watch party, then it needs to be Starship Troopers.
I think so. It needs to be. It needs to be a war movie that you can kind of laugh at. Something we can laugh at. And a lot of the things on this list were really. I might do Red Dawn though.
Yeah, Red Dawn would be good.
One we could laugh at here and there because it has to be a fictional one. But Starship Troopers, we could really laugh at that. Let me tell you. But anyway, I haven't decided what we're going to do yet, but I will let you know for sure. Of course, you're watching State of the Atmosphere. That's when we get together and talk about everything pop culture that we dig, comic books, movies, music, all that stuff. We give you the pop culture update, and we've started the Sweeney spot so we can keep up with that gorgeous blonde that's killing it in the movies these days. Check it out every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Central Time. Here in about 20 minutes, I'm going to be on Rumble with Christian DeLorme. Are you going to be over there for this one, John?
No.
Okay. All right. We're going to be talking some 38 Special.
That's awesome.
The only band I've seen with my brother, and we've seen them twice together. First time we saw them, check out this lineup, guys. Tell me if this sounds all wrong. Both of them sounded all wrong when we went and saw them. The openers for 38 Special, the first time we saw them, was Aldo Nova, Iron Maiden, and then 38 Special. I mean, you talk about three totally different types of rock and roll.
Jesus, dude.
Okay. The second time we went and saw them, Ted Nugent was the opening act.
But you can kind of see Ted Nugent.
I mean, by that time he was, as far as sales go, he was the smaller act. But as far as legacy, I think they had that one backwards. 38 Special should have been opening up for the Motor City Madman. Anyway, we're going to talk about everything 38 Special over on Rumble at the top of the hour. And then tonight at 10 p.m. Central, it's another edition of Papa Joe Gamer After Dark, Video Games, Cocktails, and Fails. And it's Chapter 7 of my walkthrough of Mass Effect. So come check out the Cross-Eyed Shepherd as I have a cocktail and have some fun failing at Mass Effect. And then, of course, on Friday, you can see me sketching the Privateer, me creating my passion project, The Story of America's Pirate Patriot, a comic book that I've been planning for a long time. Come check that out on Friday at 1 p.m. Central Time. And then you can see John back on Pop Culture Mindfield's channel on Friday. Knock will be there with him as well. And Jed, if he doesn't have anything going on, will be there to troll him as he fails at the Telltale series of The Walking Dead.
We're starting 400 Days, the DLC.
Okay. All right. Is that the DLC between... for the first one?
Did you already go through season 1 and 2 already?
Season 1.
Just
400 days happens between season 1 and season 2.
Okay. So come check that out at 8 p.m. Central Time on Pop Culture Mindfield's channel this Friday. And then Sunday, like I said, the brothers will not be hacking the Matrix. So I will let you know soon what we're going to do. It's looking like a watch party, but I want to see what the poll says. I've got Play Madden against somebody on there. I've got just a chat-driven chat stream where we just sit there and talk about what the chat wants to talk about. And I can't remember what the other one was.
I would love to see Wade and you play.
But anyway, go hit up the hit me up on that. What'd you? Oh yeah, me and Wade.
I'd love to see you stomp Wade.
But usually at 5 p.m. Central, you'll see the Brothers Hack the Matrix on Sundays, letting you know what's going on with the clown show that is 2024. Now, I do want to push something for Highlander. Ladies and gentlemen, my brother is actually dropping his first CD on Spotify, iTunes, and all of that good stuff. Everybody knows he likes to play guitar, and he put together 17 tracks, all instrumental, and be looking for it this Sunday. It drops at midnight Saturday night, right? Sunday morning, and it's called Sharking for Pearls. That I know it sounds crazy, but it's called Sharking for Pearls. All right, that
guitar is like permanently attached to his hand.
Yes, it is. Well, it depends on which one. He's always showing which one. He's got a collection of them. But anyway, you guys definitely want to check that out and support my brother in his endeavors, his musical endeavors. He's having a lot of fun with it. Okay, Monday, back on Pop Culture Minefields channel, it's John Wayne's Flying Tigers, World War II epic. It's at 10 a.m. Central Time. It's me, Gary, Martin, and whoever else wants to show up talking about a military movie. We had a really good one. As a matter of fact, I forgot to mention it. If you guys want to see a good movie for Memorial Day, watch The Siege of Jadaville, the one we did last week. It's about Irish peacekeepers in the southern Congo back in 1961. It's very, very good movie. It's a Netflix flick. Go check that one out.
I might actually make this one because I'm not working, so...
Oh, very cool, man. Well, we're going to be doing John Wayne's Flying Tigers this Military Monday at 10 a.m. Central Time, so come check it out. Hopefully, John will be able to make it for us. And then at 3 p.m. Central Time, it's Ryan Rogers of Thay's channel for Reality-Based Wrestling Monday Nitrous. I think we're going to get into ECW. He did WCW this week. We talk about the history of wrestling for about an hour and a half. And come check that out this Monday on Ryan Rogers of Thay's channel. And then it's Only Talk and Roll comes your way on Mondays at 4 p.m. Central Time on That 70s Rock Fans channel. Last week we did the 1990 classic Captain America movie, and it's one of those movies that's a guilty pleasure. It's so bad it's good, kind of thing. But check out that show from last week. This week on It's Only Talk and Roll, we're going to be talking about band names. And if you know anything about band names in rock and roll, you're going to hear some crazy ones. Even crazier than surf Yahtzees, if you know what I'm saying. There's some crazy names out there for bands. So we're going to be talking about that at 4 p.m. Central Time on It's Only Talk and Roll on That 70s Rock Fans channel. And then Tuesday night, it's back to Papa Joe Gamer After Dark, video games, cocktails, and fails. And this Tuesday, I'm busting out the Madden because I've got about 4 different franchises that I've got Super Bowls to finish on. So we're going to play some 15 and some 22, maybe some 23. I don't know. But come check that out at 10 p.m. Central Time on Monday. And then it's right back around for State of the Atmosphere at 5:30 on Wednesday. So
I do have something to say, Joe.
Okay, go ahead.
I may have to be moving very soon, so that's the reason why I went radio silent again. So if I can do things before the move, there'll be some stuff coming up. But if I can, it'll be after the move. So that's the reason why people are like, "Oh, he went radio silent again."
No,
so I
got things going on.
You trust me, I have real life stuff, so I'm like, shit. Yeah, and the only time I can do things is when I come on to the shows with Joe and stuff right now. So that one.
That's cool, man. We'll keep an eye on it for sure. So let's see what's going on in the chat. Okay, laugh out loud. When you said Highlander in the Bahamas, I thought you were making a new Highlander movie. No, you know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about my brother, young lady. Make a poll on the 2. I don't know what the 2 is. I'm not sure. She must be saying the 2, whatever the second thing was. Until next time, everyone. Yes, I love it when you say this. Until next time, everyone, stay out of trouble or don't get caught. I'm gonna not get caught because I can't stay out of trouble. But anyway, boys and girls, for myself, the Knockster, John Daswolfen, and Jed Rivenwolf. We want to thank you guys for being here. And until next time, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless. Sydney Sweeney is Power Girl.
Yeah,
wait,
buddy.
no. As Supergirl? No. Power Girl, yes.
Yes.
Supergirl, no way.
Power Girl
No way.
titties.
Look, man. There's only one Kara Zor-El, okay? There's only one. And Sydney Sweeney shouldn't be anywhere near that part. All right, boys and girls. See you next time.
Have a good one.
Take it easy.